After the SAT results came out, Ethan Blake, the poorest student in our class, had scored just over, and yet, he somehow managed to convince my two childhood friends to apply with him to the worst community college in the state under his influence. They both happily agreed to go to the same school as him. I tried to talk some sense into them over and over, but they accused me of having bad intentions, of just being jealous of Ethan. When that didn't work, I reached out to their parents. At the very last minute before the application deadline, I managed to get their choices changed, securing them spots at a good university. Ethan had no choice but to enroll in the community college alone. Less than 6 months later, news broke that he had jumped from a campus building after Jessica Miller and Megan Flores went to the school to claim his body. They came back and dragged me up to the rooftop. If you hadn't stopped us from applying to the same school as Ethan, they said, he never would have been bullied into jumping to his death. Now you can die with him. Without hesitating, they pushed me off the roof. I hit the ground and shattered into pieces. When I opened my eyes again, I was back at the exact moment they decided to follow Ethan to that community college. This time, I'll just stand back and watch them throw their lives away. Chapter Ethan is right. Better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in the big sea. I've decided to apply to a community college. With him, with our abilities, even at a community college, we'll still be the standout figures. Seeing Jessica and Megan agree to go with him, Ethan's face lit up with joy. Then he turned his gaze toward me. Ryan, you should come with us too. The four of us have always been a team. I really don't want to be separated from you all. Looking at the three familiar faces before me, it hit me all at once. I had been reborn. I had returned to the moment right after the SAT scores were released. Jessica, Megan, and I had all scored above 1400, more than enough to get into top universities in the country, but Ethan, the poor student who had only scored a little over 660, had somehow managed to persuade us to follow him to a community college instead. This time, if they wanted to go, they could go. I wouldn't waste a single word trying to stop them again. I stood up immediately. Choosing a college is a major decision. I'm going home to discuss it with my parents before I fill out my application. Ethan's expression instantly turned pitiful. Ryan, do you not want to stay with us anymore? I had already seen through his manipulative act in my previous life. I had no intention of getting tangled up with him any further. In this life, I just wanted to stay far away from these three unhinged people and live in peace. I turned to leave and started packing my things, but Jessica and Megan blocked my way. Ryan Jenkins, what's that supposed to mean? Ethan made a kind suggestion. Are you going or not? Give us a straight answer. We don't have time to wait for you. You're already 18. Can't you make up your own mind? Where you go to college? Don't you even know that yourself? Looking at them, the vicious expressions from my previous life suddenly flashed in my mind. The moment they had shoved me off a 36-story building, a chill ran down my spine. If that's how it is, then I'll be blunt. My first choice will definitely be Harvard or Stanford University. As for that no-name community college, you can go ahead and attend it yourselves. The moment my words fell, tears immediately welled up in Ethan's eyes. Ryan, what do you mean? Are you looking down on me for only being able to get into a community college? Megan hurriedly pulled out tissues and wiped his tears. Don't cry, Ethan. Even if you go to a community college, we're willing to go with you. So what if some people get into a top university? In the end, they'll just end up working like everyone else. I don't know where all that arrogance comes from. Jessica turned on me sharply. Ryan, I think you're just jealous of Ethan, so you're deliberately putting him down. Apologize to him right now, otherwise, don't expect us to ever talk to you again. Chapter Their blatant defense of Ethan chilled me to the bone. I had grown up with them. For as long as I could remember, Jessica and Megan had been like family to me. They once swore they would treat me well for a lifetime, that no matter who I